part of the Press Play Podcast Network.
Welcome back to Podcast 616, the official podcast of Earth 616. I'm your host, Damon Royster, and today we are continuing doing the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. Yes, we're a Marvel podcast who talks about Batman. Can you deal with it? I hope you can. I realized something. I realized that, we here in our year 2024, we're just getting out of a brat summer, but I think with this podcast, we can officially say it's a bat fall. Hell yes. I have decided, and we are rocketing into Batfall with the perfect movie. Everybody, it is time for us to talk about The Dark Knight, aka we are Gotham. Applause. We love applause. This is a bad fall. I would say if you're a man who doesn't understand pumpkin spice lattes or Gilmore Girls or Boots, watch Batman. I think for men, Batman is to men what Gilmore Girls is for women and gays. I think more men should schedule their Batman viewing around fall, and I think you'd get it.
The vibe. You need the vibe.
The vibe. Attention to my guests who may be new, but I'm now going to do a little monologue thing at the top where I just kind of speak my thoughts.
Okay. We'll be quiet.
I did forget to say that. But what did Damon think of The Dark Knight? Let me tell you. I love this movie. It's great. I truly think when I put this movie on, I was kind of dreading it just because I was living at the length. I was like, that's gonna be so long. But as soon as it starts, it like all came flooding back to me. 16 years ago. It's been 16 years since this movie came out. And I just was like, I was right back there at the Yorktown AMC in Lombard, Illinois. And it's just so great. Like, I love this movie. It is one of the greatest crime dramas ever made. I think it's right up there with any Scorsese film, The Departed. And I would even say Francis Ford Coppola, The Godfather, Dark Knight. I think it's just as good as The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2, Come find me. I would love to fight you over this. It's a great crime drama, and it's a great exploration of escalation, of living in a world where the wealthy rule everything, the ruling class, and then the poor people have to find their way to stay in this world, so they turn to crime. And the way to combat that crime escalates, and the crime escalates, and it just is such a realistic way of getting to a man in a bat suit and a man dressed as a clown. And I think it just proves that comic books do stem from reality, not the space shit. We're not talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. Honestly, fuck them right now. But when it comes to just people in tights and capes on the streets, it all comes from people. We could do this. My guest could do this. I'm looking at two vigilantes in the making as we speak. And speaking of which, let's bring them on to the pod. We have my first guest, first alphabetically, one of the first guests we ever had. She's been on it so many times, and she's always been on for a real crapper of a movie. You've heard her on Eternals, Daredevil, which I loved, and Fantastic Four.
Silver Surfer.
Oh no, you got Silver Surfer?
Of course you gave me Silver Surfer.
That's untrue. That was Cassie Grilly. You had the first Fantastic Four. You don't even know the Silver Surfer.
I didn't even know the Silver Surfer.
But all that to say, she's been put through the ringer, much like Harvey Dent at the end of this movie. But instead of getting a second face, she is getting a great movie to talk about. So please put your hands together. She's earned it, folks. Please welcome to your ears, Elizabeth Andrews.
Oh, thanks for having me. Sorry, I was kind of talking throughout that whole, man, and I was saying wrong things, and man, what a start for me.
It's all good. We just literally changed our format because the bat and everything. So you're used to the old way, so that makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. Yeah, but thank you so much for having me on the new way and the new well, it's not new movie. It's been around
old,
like you
16.
said, 16 years.
Sweet
that
16
really hit my heart when you said that. And I'm so honored to finally get a good movie to watch.
Yes. And that's my rule. If I give you three stinkers, the fourth one's good. Well, no, Tim got a second one. Sorry, my next guest got a second one. That was good. But joining us today in full sunny side up eggs, toast and bacon wings on his head is your favorite guest from Venom 2 and X-Men 97 episode 6, Life Death Part 2. Here he is, my Joker and yours, Tim Lamphier.
Yeah. Why so sunny side? And I also am wearing this shirt.
Why?
Whoa!
It's a cat with bat wings, and are those tentacles or lobster claws?
I don't
Just-
know.
Okay.
I don't know. Cats are just rats with wings, or whatever she says in that one movie.
Oh, you did the hours?
No, Catwoman says that to Batman in one of the old ones. Rats are
Ah.
just bats with wings, or bats are just rats with wings. Catwoman.
You're killing it, Tim. Thank you for being here. And sorry, if you notice, Elizabeth has also
What do you mean?
done.
Oh my God, Elizabeth is Joker.
What do you mean?
Wow,
No!
fucking joke over here. So this is exactly what I expected. I'm on the call with a couple of clowns. Let's get into this Dark Knight. This dark night. Tim Lamphier. Do you like this movie? I didn't even ask.
I love this movie. And Damon, I think it might also be my favorite movie. But it's kind of embarrassing to say that.
Isn't it?
Because of the Joker, and everyone's like, oh, the Joker, Joker, and all that.
Yeah.
But man, it's such a good movie. It's the best of the three, and it might be my favorite movie. It's so it's just such a fun story, and I like philosophically kind of what they're talking about and some of the themes, and it's just it's just so good in so many ways. And Heath Ledger's so amazing, and
Oh my God.
Hot.
hot.
He's hot. I'm
so-
sorry, but
Totally.
God, yeah, he's hot to me.
In
It's,
this?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's unfortunate.
I mean, I
It's-
agree. Like 10 Things I Hate About You, Brokeback Mountain, very handsome, very attractive. But here, you also feel that?
Yeah, I think that there's something wrong with me, but
No.
yeah, I
That's
think
for
he's hot.
sure.
Yes, he's hot. Yeah. There's something
Um,
about his makeup, his body.
his body. I guess there is a body. That's true. So talk to me, Elizabeth,
Yeah.
about your relationship with being a clown, and how do you feel that this movie represented your clown culture?
I think it really did represent clown culture
Mhm.
correctly. I think Heath Ledger has something to say. I think the Joker does have something to say. At the end of the day, it's real. It's the divide between rich and poor, and
Mhm.
he's like, hey, we don't have rules, let's just cause chaos. And I
Yeah.
think it kind of emulates a little bit of reality here in the world, and I think that's why a lot of little fucked up men love this movie so much.
What the hell? And
Yes.
also nice normal guys too.
Well, no, I mean, she does have a point. Also, listeners,
There's your
you can't-
Joker laugh. That's what I was waiting
Yeah.
for.
You look, Elizabeth, you look absolutely insane with your Joker lipstick, laughing maniacally, crazy.
You didn't
But
even do
she-
anything crazy. Just one smear of lipstick, and it looks insane somehow.
That's all it takes, Tim. That's all it
Jeez.
takes. She does have a point. She does have a point that I think, and it goes to your point, Tim, like why you felt embarrassed to say this is your favorite movie, because this movie was championed by a bunch of dang ass freaks. Let's just call them Dwight Schrutes, because I just remember that episode of The Office when Dwight and Creed both came dressed as the Joker, and Kevin.
Oh,
Hey, Jo-
funny. I didn't see that one, but that's so funny.
Like they all came dressed as the Joker for that Halloween episode, and like
It's so funny.
You
It-
didn't see it, Tim? How did you not see it?
I
Have
don't
you-
know, man. I was doing other stuff.
have you not seen The Office?
Yeah, have you
I've seen
not?
some episodes. I've seen a good little chunk, good section.
A chunk. Okay.
Not as much as most, though. I know that for sure.
Mm.
And it's being revealed to me now about how very little I actually do know about The Office. which is why I'm starting and announcing an Office podcast where I watch every
you.
episode
Great.
from the
Finally.
beginning.
Thank you
Good.
for that's so rude. That's odd. Honestly, Tim, announcing you're doing a podcast on someone else's podcast is like getting engaged at someone else's wedding. That's so
Yeah.
fucking rude. My God.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just want to see it. Oh, and I'm not having any guests on my podcast. It's just going to be me, and it'll be
Mhm.
in real time. I'll just be narrating my thoughts while watching an episode. So you'll just hear me talking over, but you won't hear the Office episode. It'll just be me talking, but like,
Okay,
he's doing
good.
that.
Yeah.
I was worried that you were going to talk over the audio and it was going to get
No,
muddled
you
up.
won't be able to hear
That-
the audio or see the episode I'm talking about. I'll just be talking.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Great.
So this Heath Ledger performance,
My God.
I mean, Academy Award winning, the first Academy Award to ever go to a comic book movie, and I think only to this day. Oh wait, Black Panther for costumes. But yeah, he won this award humorously. Very sad that it's just wow. This is his last performance. I think he did one other movie, Mr. Magoo's Emporium Factory or something.
Oh no.
What?
He played Mr. Magoo.
It wasn't Mr.
No.
It was he was Mr. Something's Emporium Factory, I think is the name. Anyway, but yeah, this performance is incredible.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Are there other instances where a deceased person won an Oscar after?
It has happened. It
Yeah.
wasn't the first.
Okay, because that was crazy.
Yeah. And then like Michelle Williams was accepting it because they were divorced at the time he passed, but they had
They
a
were married?
yeah, well they had a kid together.
Oh my God, Manchester by the Sea woman?
Yeah, also Dawson's Creek.
Thank you.
Venom, the Venom franchise. She's everywhere, baby.
Okay.
Manchester by the Sea. I guess she won an Oscar for it, but damn, what a sad movie to remember her by. Anyway, she accepted the award in his behalf. But yeah, just a really just visceral and engaging role. You can't not look away when he's on screen.
He's
Even
so
when his entrance of and I thought my jokes were bad. Fucking like I'm just like, yes, King.
yeah.
Tell me how crazy we are.
Oh.
You want
And
to
he-
see
God,
a
he's
pencil
crazy.
disappear?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you want to
Yeah.
see a magic trick? Damn it.
I like this
God.
You
pencil.
want to see a pencil disappear in some
Yeah.
guy's eye? Come on over here. Bam.
Yeah,
Then
bam.
he announces it.
So strong.
So
Yeah, well,
sick.
wait, let's go. Let's do the hits. Like, what are favorite Joker scene from this movie? The only time I'll ever say that sentence is only when
Favorite
talking about-
Joker scene?
Yes.
Joker scene.
Favorite Joker scene? God, I just love them all. I just love them
Mhm.
all so much. Yeah, definitely the pencil disappear little scene where he's like, kill the Batman. And they're like, oh, you crazy, man. And then they're like, we need him.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Shout out to the penthouse scene where he shows up to the party. I just love it when he takes that woman's drink and then he just dumps most of it on the floor.
He dumps it and then he
there's a
drinks
little-
the rest or something. There's nothing
Yeah.
in there. Well,
Yeah.
he's just crazy, man. He doesn't need to be drinking.
Crazy.
Yeah, and he's touching people. He's
He's
getting
touching
up
Just
all
smacking
on them.
faces.
We're not.
Yeah.
The old guy says, "We're not afraid of you."
Yeah,
The guy-
yes,
and he goes,
yes.
He grabs him by the head, puts a knife in his fucking mouth.
That
Yeah.
that's
And he tells him
that's
why you want to know how I got these scars. Yeah, it's badass.
I mean, that's the question. Do you believe? I mean, I don't believe any of those stories he told are true. I feel like
No.
we never know how he got those scars.
He's just fear incarnate. He's chaos. It's
Yeah.
like, God, what's the worst thing you can imagine? He's a philosophical idea designed to get you to think differently.
And
Ooh.
it works.
And it works.
It works.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if he proves his particular point by the end of the movie, but then I think that's kind of what it's about a little bit. And but he definitely makes you think, and he makes you question, some of your, morals and some of your reasons for believing certain things, or
Yeah.
And I will say, there's a few things that I disagree with in this movie with like a couple years on me, and I think it's okay that I disagree with them. But like one of them is the Joker saying that you can push anyone to defy their morals. And I'm like, yeah, Joker, if you traumatize someone enough and you ruin their fucking lives, yeah, they're probably gonna not want to be a dutiful citizen to Gotham. Like,
Yeah, they're gonna do whatever they need to do to get out.
yeah, you murdered his fiance.
Yeah,
And you
He like
ruined his career.
exploded her. Yeah.
Blown the fuck up. Honestly, I have something to say about that scene, but I'll wait till we're talking about Maggie Gyllenhaal because there's not much of her to say.
Oh, ew.
Yeah, that is the one thing. And I mean, Elizabeth, if you're comfortable, I would love to do a woman check-in with you.
Yeah, I'm the woman here. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah. How do you? I would say honestly, there's barely a woman in this movie.
Yes.
How did you? Were you like when you were watching this? Were you just like, ugh? Did it just sound like a bunch of just boy bullshit, or like, were you like? Because like the other thing I don't agree with is the idea of like you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Like that's something I think men who haven't been to therapy believe is true.
Yeah, exactly. You're like,
so Elizabeth, not to do this, but you did put on makeup for this podcast.
Oh yeah, I did
Oh,
put
yeah.
makeup on. I am the only woman that did put makeup on.
To this day.
And I am the only woman. And I have to say that I connected with the men more than the woman.
yeah.
So I
Good
think
luck in
that
the
men,
election year.
woman, gender don't really freaking matter in this. Joker is kind of an entity of his own. He's not sexing anybody.
And let me pose this question to the podcast. Actually,
Yeah, please come on, Tim.
Please pose.
When are we going to see a female Joker?
Yeah.
I mean,
And
seriously.
you're
I
seeing
mean,
one right
seriously.
now. Honestly, right here, right now. Because
I mean, get Elizabeth on the screen here. This is
Right.
Get her on the screen. Can we
get
do a
me
little?
up there.
Let's just do a
When
little
are we going to see a
screenshot.
female Joker? Jared
mean-
Leto.
All right, I'm gonna
you
take a
know.
screenshot right now. Everybody, get ready in your pose. Fire. Okay.
So that you can really let your listeners know what you're looking at. Woman in this, she kisses both
Woman-
of them, and
Yes.
she says she be with both of them. She's a little fox. She looks good in her dresses. She do explode at the end. But it's
She
like
do.
halfway through the
Yes,
movie.
but-
Like she's not even in the last half of the movie. They're
No.
just like,
And good
Yeah.
business, honestly.
yeah,
Honestly,
no woman in this.
and to add insult to injury, this is a recast because this character was originally played by
right.
Katie Holmes in the last Batman
Who
movie.
did a good job? I think I liked Katie Holmes a lot
Oh.
more.
Wow, they do look alike though. Were they trying to pull a fast one on us?
They worked
just on you.
No.
It worked.
But Katie Holmes, that I said this on the Batman Begins podcast, best role of her career is Batman Begins. She's
Yeah.
never been better. Name one Katie Holmes movie she's been better in. You can't.
Vanilla
one can.
Sky. I don't know.
Well, aside from
That was Cameron Diaz.
Oh.
Vanilla Sky. But it did star Tom Cruise, who she was a prisoner of for many years.
There you go.
Oh, that's right.
I think I like I'm gonna answer your question from back then. I'm gonna kind of I'm done with the lady part.
Okay.
I liked the Joker in the hospital. That was my favorite scene. Is
In
when
the
he
nurse's
sits down
outfits.
So
when he's
good.
in the nurse's outfit and he's in the wig and he sits down and he goes, "Hi."
Hi.
Hi. Like
That is so
hi.
Awesome.
So funny. And then when he's like the iconic scene where he's like walking out of the hospital and he's just like
And he's like waddling down the street.
waddling like woman
mhm.
and then the explosion doesn't go off and then he gets in the back of the school bus and I'm like, school bus at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
That's
That's
right.
his getaway car. His getaway car is a
His
school bus.
getaway car. Yeah, that's my favorite part of the movie because I wish he wore the wig for longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's my only kind of if I
Sure.
could get on the phone with Christopher Nolan.
I kind of
Gotcha.
like him in the it's either flesh makeup or no makeup when he's like the
Mhm.
when he's like
In
the
the-
police guard
The
Freaky.
commissioner, like
in the
funeral thing.
commissioner assassination scene.
Mhm.
It's kind of cool. Alternate Joker, flesh
Oh, yeah.
tone
I
Joker.
think that's just him with no makeup on.
Yeah.
Like that's what he looks like. It just looks like Heath Ledger with some scars.
With some
on the side.
crazy
Yeah.
scarring.
That was incredible. I think we're 20 minutes in. We got to at least acknowledge the bank heist scene at the beginning. Which
It's so good. What a way to
So
start a
fucking
movie.
good. So fucking
Yes,
good.
so
Yeah.
fucking hard. Like
Mhm.
right away. Let's go. God,
just, like,
yes. I
zooming
love when
in.
movies start like this.
You're zooming in. The music is a little bit low. There's a big explosion out of a window. Oh
Mhm.
my god, it's so
And
good.
these little fucking fuckers are killing each other off so that they don't have to share their part of the share.
They're kind of talking
And-
about the Joker. They're like, "Who's this Joker guy anyway? He thinks he can
Yeah.
take a share, and he's not even here. What the hell?"
We're learning about the Joker, and we're seeing a bank heist, which is like a classic Batman thing of people robbing banks. That's what you do in Gotham. You rob the bank.
That's right. That's right. But the assassination thing is so cool. It's like, who are you supposed to kill? I'm supposed to kill the
bus driver.
The bus driver. Yeah.
What bus
Boom!
driver?
And then he comes.
Mhm.
God,
I
it's
think-
so good.
Yeah.
And then it was the Joker the whole time. Like he was there. Like he organized the whole thing to be the
Such a smart man for he's
being
smart.
so crazy.
Oh, he's crazy
crazy.
smart.
He
Wait,
is.
and I like this though. The guy, the shotgun guy, the kind of I forget what his role is at the bank, but he's like,
Mhm.
he kind of
he
makes a
gets to sit in
stand.
the big cube in the middle of
Shoots,
the
Yes.
exactly. He
Oh
shoots
my
his
God.
shotgun, whatever. He's on the ground. Then they have a little. Then before the joke, right when the Joker's revealed, he's on the ground. He goes, "Criminals used to believe in something. They used to believe in honor, respect. What do you believe in, huh?" Then he comes up. He goes, "What doesn't kill you makes you." Pulls off the mask. Joker, stranger, and then like there's this crazy audio quality to it. It's so
Mhm.
good.
Ooh, like the first time I saw that when because he puts like a grenade in that man's mouth, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
yeah.
This movie does such a great job playing with their PG-13 rating. Like
Oh, they're dancing.
they're like every time I'm like, oh man, I'm really gonna see him slice that man's mouth open, or like he's gonna take the grenade and like this man's head is gonna explode. But they never do, which I think is a very classy
Wow.
choice. Very
I
classy.
like
Not a lot of
that.
blood. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But
That
it's
is-
just the tension. You feel like you could see it, which I think is more impactful than actual like gore, you know?
Yeah. I don't need gore in my movies really that much.
I
I
don't know,
do
guys.
need titties
I
though.
like it.
You need titties, you better go somewhere else, honey.
Don't worry, I will.
How about Dark Knight plus a couple of boob scenes? How about that, huh?
Yeah.
Why not? Maggie Gyllenhaal flashes him as
Yeah. Come
maybe someone else.
on.
Penguin. Huh?
Slapping
But,
them titties around.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
Slapping them titties around.
Do you know how much I like Dark Knight? I'm almost considering rewatching Oppenheimer.
That has something to do with Dark Knight.
They're both directed by Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
Well, and Cillian Murphy's in both.
He is,
That's right.
yes. Cillian Murphy, who is in all three Dark Knight movies.
That's right.
He was like the mainish villain in the first one, and then he does cameos in the next two.
That's right. That's right.
Let me just check my notes. What else haven't we before we
Can
He,
we do a contest on everyone goes around saying, what's the difference between you and me? And we do our best Batman
yeah.
the
response.
hockey pants line?
Yeah,
Mhm.
pads. They're pads. Hockey pads.
Hockey pants.
Oh, pads. Well,
You guys are wearing your hockey pants.
I truly this whole time for 16 years thought it was pants, and you're telling me today
It's
it's
pads.
pads.
It's pads.
I've never watched this movie with subtitles.
You
I had
thought
no
he
idea.
was saying hockey pants?
I've been saying pants.
Wow.
Truly, I've been saying pants, and people have been laughing, and I'm like, yeah, it's a hilarious line. But now I'm realizing they've been laughing at me.
Yeah.
Do you ever have that?
Oh, David,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
always laughing at you, man. Like, come on.
I
But yes.
confused carnal sin with cardinal sin. Those are
Mm,
two different things. That was recent. That was recent.
That was a
Elizabeth,
recent
do you
find
still
for
want to?
you.
Let's play this game. Let's play this
Yeah.
game.
Let's play this game.
I'll cue you. Let's go with Elizabeth first, since you
Okay.
initiated this.
Yeah.
I'll have the line of like,
Thank you. Thank you. Volley me.
I assume I'm playing Brian, the guy who dies in the video with the Joker later.
Yeah, that's
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah.
What makes you better than the rest of us?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Oh, ooh, very smoky. I like this. Tim Lamphier, I'm going to throw it to you.
Yeah.
What makes you better than the rest of us?
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
I like it. You know, very
See,
like,
Damon didn't even clock it because he's heard it as pants the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, you said pants.
for decades, you guys, or
For
at least a
16
decade,
years.
16 years. I thought it was
16
pants, but it's pants.
I'm not wearing hockey pants. That is
Yeah.
very funny.
Okay, Damon, are you ready?
I'm gonna
Oh,
say
yeah.
pants, but yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Wait, what's the difference between you and me?
Not wearing hockey pants. Pants is
Okay.
better. Pants is better.
Yeah. Listeners, vote on your favorite one, and if you wish it was
Mhm.
pants instead of pads.
Yes. So it's a 2-question vote. We're asking 2 things. So while we're gonna take a second to vote and for me to come to terms with pants v pads, let's take a break. Michael, I have to take a break. I can't believe it's pads. Okay. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk more about The Dark Knight, a perfect film, as we've all said. We still got to talk about Alfred the butler.
Oh,
I got a bone to pick with Miss Rachel. I also want to, I guess we'll give space to Commissioner Gordon. And for once and for all, it has been pointed out to me, I have not talked about the Batmobile for 5 Batman movies. We have to talk about the Batmobile at some
Wow,
point.
okay.
yeah, this
I
is
am
good.
so sorry if you've been dying for a little Batmobile talk, but we're going to talk about it on this podcast. So keep it right here to Podcast 616, and we will be right back.
Part of the Press Play Podcast Network.
What's up, everybody? Chase Smith here from the Chase Smith Podcast and Cavs on the Break NBA Podcast.
And I'm JD, host of the Hyman Podcast, part of the Press Play Podcast Network, and we are super excited to bring you a brand new show starting next Tuesday, the Fanfare Podcast.
The Fanfare Podcast is all about your favorite movies and our favorite movies and the best moments in cinema. To help guide our discussion, each episode will feature one classic, and we will grade this movie using a report card-like scale A through F. We're going to be grading categories like acting, directing, cinematography, the score, and even the movie poster itself.
And when we're not featuring a movie report card, we'll be sharing our movie rankings, franchise deep dives, actor and director interviews, and everything in between. Movies have been a major part of our lives, and we cannot wait to share our thoughts with you.
Our premiere episode will drop Tuesday, June 27th, and JD and I will be reviewing Raiders of the Lost Ark in preparation of the release of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny on June 30th, the 5th installment of the franchise.
Join us on the Fanfare Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your podcast.
Hey everyone, this is Don Mike Mendoza, the host of Producing While Asian. Join us in Season 2 for more conversations with actors, artists, producers, and more from Broadway, Hollywood, and beyond, every other Wednesday on the Press Play Podcast Network.
And we're back. Elizabeth Andrews, you were going to say something.
Well, I was just gonna be honest that I didn't really honestly clock that there was really one prominent woman in this movie.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm like so fucking into it. I was like didn't even realize until you
in
said
terms of
that.
like you weren't bothered by that.
No, but
You weren't thinking Bechdel test.
no, I wasn't thinking Bechdel test. I was just thinking, let me freaking watch a movie as a
Finally.
civilian.
I know.
Yeah,
And-
finally.
And honestly, Elizabeth, thank you for saying that. Can I just say it's fucking exhausting being a liberal. I'm like, I feel like I just have to like
Right.
check in, like, okay, are we doing enough for the gays?
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
Where are the
fine,
women?
It's fine. If it's a good movie, like let's just
Mm.
all fucking fuck off a little. All right.
I
Come
will say,
on.
I say this every time I talk about The Dark Knight, and if for a podcast, why wouldn't I say it now? I do notice the Joker kills a lot of black men. It's whenever it, and a lot of black cops. Whenever there's like a cop who's like, "Hey, anybody in here?" Bam.
Oh my god.
He does it. There's like a
Damn.
scene with the truck, and then again when he's the nurse, he's always killing black cops, and I'm just like, and then he takes out the entire the black gang of Gotham.
Yeah.
He
I'm like-
does.
I'm like,
Oh,
what are we
no.
doing?
No, don't
He
say
doesn't
these
have
things,
any
though.
morals, Damon.
We, yeah,
He
can be
a little
We
racist.
love the movie. We love
Yeah.
the movie. It's perfect, right?
Okay, there's barely any women, and all the black people die. But
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Barely any women. All the black people die. It's a perfect movie.
No.
Anyway, but I do want to talk about Rachel because if nothing else, she's Rachel.
Where's Rachel?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Another fun Batman line. Where is she?
Oh
Where
yeah.
is she?
Where are they?
Just
Rachel.
strength, power.
Also love that we haven't talked about Batman himself, but we'll get to him.
He's
He's
over
kind of the
there.
last thing on the list for some reason.
Doing 5 Batman podcasts, he's usually, except for Batman Begins, because it's in the title, we started with him. Everything else, I feel like we've ended with him. But Rachel, she's such a prominent character motivation for Batman. I gotta say, I wrote this down. I'm just gonna say this, and then you tell me what you think. It really bugs me, Rachel and Alfred. What are they fighting for? You know, like in this like quest of like get Bruce to stop being Batman. Like he is Batman. Like I truly think it just always bugs me, this trope in superhero movies of like the one character, usually the girlfriend, like, stop, don't do it, don't be Batman anymore. It's like if he stopped being Batman, I don't think you would recognize that person. Like you love him because he puts on that mask and he does these heroic things. Like I just it feels like it's written for your mom. If your mom went to the movie with you and she's like, I don't know, why is he doing that? Where's his girlfriend?
Why
Like,
is he doing all this?
He should stay home.
Settle down. Yeah.
He should
Have
have.
a kid.
When did he
Give
have,
up all that Batman stuff.
and when does he have dinner? It's just like for the moms, like I don't know, and that's ultimately why this is a little bit of a foreshadowing, but why I prefer in terms of like this is a good movie, but in terms of like good Batman movies, the Batman I think I prefer because everyone's just like, yeah, this is just what Bruce is doing. No one's trying to convince him not to be Batman.
I see.
Was Alfred trying to convince him not to be Batman?
What was Alfred's point, really?
I mean, I may be conflating The Dark Knight Rises and The Dark Knight, and I watched them back to back, but it's more so in The Dark Knight Rises. But he's definitely not like, we got to get this man. Like I think Alfred is really happy when they like shut down the Bat Loft because we don't have a cave in this movie. We're just in that little like studio.
That studio.
That like car garage.
Yeah. Well, he says he's they're talking about all his like late nights and injuries and all this, and he's like, you love to say I told you so with all these injuries, like I shouldn't be doing this. And then he's like, except for when the last time comes, then you're gonna like saying it. And then he's like, AKA when he dies from doing this crap. And then Alfred's like, and even then and then I'm not gonna want to say it. And then Batman's like, but you might want to say it a little bit.
And then he says it.
It's strange to me that you quote Alfred, spoke by Michael Caine, and you're not doing the voice. Can you explain?
A diamond the size of a tangerine.
Some people want to watch the world burn. Some men want to watch the world burn.
You're taking the bat pod, sir? No, the Lamborghini then. Much more subtle.
Much more subtle.
Can't believe he was never in Harry Potter. Anyway, Michael Caine has.
What's this?
But even then, this is a conversation about Rachel, and look where we're going. I will say with Miss Rachel,
really do anything, yeah.
Can I do that Alfred monologue?
Well, I just want to say Rachel doesn't do anything except get blown the fuck up.
That's
and
true.
the one thing I always laugh at when just before she gets blown up, she's like, Harvey, sometimes it always sounds like she's about to sing a song. Right before.
I wish she was about to sing
The Dark Knight musical, Damon.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? And she assumes everyone's gonna come get her because she's the woman. It's like, yo.
Well, I mean, Elizabeth, they were gonna get her.
They were trying, but they got the
Joker. He gave them the opposite addresses because that's his joke, and so Batman was racing to what he thought was Rachel's address.
But I'm talking about her. She doesn't know what's going on. I'm talking about her. She's sitting there in her chair, and she's like, "Yeah, they are gonna come for me because they have to. I'm the woman." And I'm like, I would be like sitting there like, "Fuck, I'm dead. I'm blown because I haven't really done anything." Like Harvey's the political man that if he's dead, people are gonna be upset. If I'm dead, they're gonna go, "Who?"
Well, I think that's why they're gonna rescue her first, because like she didn't do it. She's an innocent in all this, like Harvey poked the criminal bear. Like he was the one who was locking people up. So
You should save the
it was
innocent woman.
you should save her, because like I knew the risks when I went after the mob, the multiple
I'm
mobs.
just saying she shouldn't have assumed.
She should not have assumed.
And then
But-
Harvey's pretty mad when they're saving him. What is he saying? Is he just like,
No! Rachel!
His face is all.
Honestly, I'm not a fan of Two-Face, but Aaron Eckhart, the guttural sounds, like when he's in the hospital room and he's like, "What was the name you had for me?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Should he have
Jump
had
me
the
up.
eyeball in there? Or should they have taken the eyeball out?
The age
Did
old
the eyeball upset anybody?
the great
It is
debate
a
of the Dark
bit-
Knight.
This is a bit like animated and kind of freaky.
Very freaky.
Like, take it out. It's fine. We don't need it.
Listeners, Tim
Okay.
Lamphier has just come up so close, showing off his eyeball.
An eyeball.
Yeah, his
But
eye work.
Tim, I'm so sorry. I do want to give you your space. I believe we have a Michael Caine monologue.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Please.
Oh yeah. Bruce Wayne says, "Criminals aren't complicated, Alfred. We just need to figure out what he's after." With respect, Master Wayne, perhaps this is a man that you don't fully understand either. A long time ago, I was in Burma. My friends and I were working for the local government. They were trying to buy the loyalty of tribal leaders by bribing them with precious stones. But their caravans were being raided in the forest north of Rangoon by a bandit. So we went looking for the stones.
Crab
But in
raccoon.
6 months, we never met anyone who had
No.
traded with him. One day, I saw a child playing with a ruby the size of a tangerine. The
Mhm.
bandit had been throwing the stones away. So why steal them? Well, because he thought it was good sport. Because some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
And that's the Joker.
That's the
what he
Joker.
wants. He just wants
Beautiful.
to get you to question all your shit, man.
Hell yeah.
That was really great, Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
Burma.
A
A
drink.
child playing with a ruby the size of a tangerine.
So we've been talking about Batman for about a half an hour. So I think it's time we actually talk about
Spider-Man.
we should talk about Batman, and hopefully this will lead us to the Batmobile. But Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, Batman. I can't help but notice, Elizabeth Andrews, you're wearing a I Heart Christian Bale t-shirt. So do
Yeah,
you
I
feel a
am.
certain way about him?
I love him. He's just so skinny. It's really nice. No, I think he does a good job at, this might sound really weird, but like he's just so neutral, like acting wise,
Mm-hmm.
that like when he's Bruce Wayne, I don't know what am I trying to say here? Like he's Bruce Wayne when he's Bruce Wayne and when he's Batman. The way I don't know how he acts, but I think he does a great job doing both.
Oh yeah, I definitely
Identities.
I love when he's like playing Bruce Wayne, when he like shows up late to his own
Mhm.
party on a helicopter with two babes on each arm walking in,
And the car accident thing.
and the car yeah. It's like,
It's like, wait, what?
wait, why? Who's in it? Who's in that car?
Mhm.
Who's in that
That was-
car?
that was
I don't know
odd.
why I got into a car accident just then.
Oh yeah. Wink, Jim Gordon.
Just so
Uh,
subtle. His acting is subtle in it. I
Yes.
like that.
Yes, I'd agree. Tim Lamphier, any?
It's sort of like he's portrayed in the movie like in the same role as Batman has for the town, where when it's Bruce Wayne talking, you're kind of like blah blah blah. He's just some weird billionaire, even though he's the main character. But it kind of functions like that. And then when he's Batman, you're kind of like he's kind of functioning in secret, even as Batman. You don't somehow he's not even in the movie because he's been secretly Batman in the movie. If that makes
Yeah.
some sense.
He's
Does that
like,
make-
all of a sudden you turn and he's there, and then you
Yeah.
turn back and he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like an idea that they're all talking about somehow. It's like it's all
Right.
around
Mm.
Batman, but you can't really see him somehow in a way.
But he is affecting change. Like things are happening because of him. Even
right.
like the Joker is only there because he's there.
That's right. We're gonna be doing this for a long time.
Honestly,
Mhm.
I bet no one thought it would go this way, but this is just like Beyonce in Dreamgirls, where like Jennifer Hudson has the bigger role and the more meatier part, but like without Beyonce, there nothing makes sense, even though Beyonce is
Right.
barely in it. Thank you. I knew you were the right two to bring up. Dreamgirls
I just
with.
checked right out.
Dream
I got it.
Girls?
I got it.
I
got
actually
it. I'm
like
there, I'm
Beyonce, but I
there.
somehow just could not hear you for a second there. I don't know what happened to me.
No.
Tim was like, dreams and girls, two things I don't want to talk about.
I get that though. Like you need one word for the other to make sense, and like that's literally what the Joker is. The whole thing is.
And
Mhm.
also, Dreamgirls, Jennifer Hudson won Best Supporting Actress at the Oscars. It's literally the same. It's literally the same.
Holy
It's literally
shit.
the same.
Hmm.
Whatever. Don't look at me.
Okay.
Don't look at me, but you should look at that big ass Batmobile. Can't we talk about
Yeah.
Batmobiles?
Whoa, that thing's crazy.
Tim Lamphier,
Yeah.
I'm getting the sense that you've seen a lot of Batman in your life. A lot of Batman movies.
Oh yeah, I mean probably the standard amount, probably about the average amount. But
So
yeah,
eight of the 8 that have come out.
I probably have seen 8. I saw some of the older ones, and I've seen all these 3.
Yeah.
And I saw I guess I saw the one with the moody Robert Pattinson as well.
8. Yeah. I mean, did you see any of the Ben Affleck ones?
I haven't seen the Ben Affleck ones.
Zack
actually.
Snyder stuff.
Ooh.
The Snyder
See, that
cut.
to me, that's not about philosophy and ideas. If it's Zack Snyder, it's going to be about punching. And as I get older, every movie that's about punching is less and less interesting to me.
Oh.
Smart.
Like I saw John Wick, and I was like literally falling asleep for so much of it. I was like, the whole thing is just running around and shooting and punching, and there's no
Sometimes
meat
stabbing.
there. What happened to me?
Me, yeah. You're growing up, Tim. Tim, hey, you're growing up.
Well, Tim, I just bring that up to say that I think you've seen a lot of Batmobiles.
That's
so
right.
talk
That's
about, like, do they mean anything to you? His car?
Do they mean anything to me? Yeah, they do. I think the older Batmobiles are a little bit about having a freaky style, a freaky bat style.
Oh,
This Batmobile, which I like, is about function. Because I like Batman to be about his function, which is to protect Gotham and everything. So it's like, of course, this thing's a tank. It is automatically controlled. It can roll up a side of a building and into a thing and be set on
Fire.
loitering mode, which is so cool. And then
Funny.
and then it switches to intimidation mode. Fires a rocket. So cool.
The car
So
has
function.
personality.
The car has The car has more personality than Batman. Let's just say it.
I mean, for real.
Yeah.
Woo! I love when my girls give hot takes.
So that thing is awesome. And then let's not forget it's also a motorcycle.
Let's not forget a reveal in this one.
That's right.
Wait, the car doesn't turn into a motorcycle.
One
Did you
kind
not-
of drops out of the middle of it.
Did you not watch the movie, Elizabeth?
I mean,
Touch most of it.
Did you remember when?
You had about an hour left.
So okay, this is great for us Chicago people when they were on Lower Wacker Drive. Remember the big car chase scene and the Joker's like shooting bazookas at them?
yeah.
And like he damages the Batmobile. It's standing there, and then the tires go, "Rrrr," and then he shoots out of it, and like the car says goodbye, and he.
It like drops down and he shoots out, and now it's a
Yeah.
motorcycle.
Okay. Yeah, it must have been like looking down, eating.
What were you eating?
Oh, I haven't
What were
eaten
you?
today.
Okay.
What'd you say?
I haven't eaten today.
Okay, Elizabeth. Anyway, but yeah, it turns into the Bat Pod, and that's when he has the big. Is this LaSalle Street, downtown Chicago? Listeners, the three of us, we've all lived in Chicago at different times in our life.
I legit worked at a breakfast diner downtown where I would park like underneath the city.
Oh God.
And you would have to use Lower Wacker and
To get
navigate
around.
Lower Wacker, and it's always so confusing down there. And your GPS, like people are always like, my GPS doesn't work because it's crazy down. And then I would go underneath Lower Wacker, so it's
Oh
like
my God.
literally like, and there's just like a whole fucking nasty ass city down there, man. And
The Undercity.
It's
yeah,
like
and I would,
it's 3 levels. Right?
yeah, and I
Yeah.
would park like it legit looked like Batman's the studio we were referencing earlier.
Mhm.
Like a
Wow.
concrete like little
Garage.
garage underneath
Wow.
the city, and it was so creepy and nasty down there, and it was awesome.
Hell yeah.
That is scary.
But it makes sense why they like filmed it there, because it's just so the vibe of Gotham
Mhm.
City.
Yeah. And I mean, this is, I feel like I say this every Batman podcast, but I feel like more so than ever, I should say it here, that Gotham to me is Chicago. Like
Yeah.
in the DC comics, like they always have fictional cities like Metropolis, Central City, and Gotham. And I'm just like, Gotham is Chicago. It just has, like, first of all, corruption.
Corruption much?
Got it. It's been a while since we've had a mayor not go to jail. Good luck, New York. And I love that they filmed this in Chicago. I remember the summer of 2007. I was with my little friends. I had just graduated high school, and I was like, fuck high school. And we were just walking around Chicago, and I saw a crumpled up helicopter with GCP written on the side. And my dudes, that was the
Gotham City Police.
Gotham City Police. There was the helicopter.
Whoa.
When they have like the wires in the skyscrapers and the helicopter crashes. I didn't see the crash, but I saw the crumpled up helicopter on the ground.
I was gonna ask when they filmed this in Chicago, because I kept being like, damn, like I wish I was living in the city when they were filming this.
Maybe you
'cause
could
I
get a
went-
little role or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little role.
Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned it. I looked this up. So they filmed the summer of 2007 is when they filmed in Chicago. It brought $45 million to the city of Chicago, and thousands of people had work that summer.
Wow. That's
Oh, and did they
amazing.
like shut down the whole freaking city to do like this crazy car chase scene in Lower Wacker?
I mean, they did, but they did that like overnight. That was like at 3 a.m. They were like filming on Lower Wacker.
That's so sick.
And then it was like, I think I read like Christopher Nolan on the day came up with the van that goes into the river. Like he just came up with that when they showed up. He's like, let's put that in the river.
Let's the SWAT team van go into the river.
Yeah.
So funny.
Amazing.
Wait, I thought of a question during this. What if you were let's go back to 2007. They're filming The Dark Knight, and you're a comedian, an actor, an improviser living in Chicago, and they're saying, "Oh, we need people for some of the roles in this movie." What do you think you would, if you were at the height of your acting powers, you had the best audition of your life, and they're like, "Absolutely, we're going to cast you." What role would you be in this movie? And also, it can be a role that they that doesn't currently exist in the movie.
I have mine.
It can be a role that's in the movie now, or it's a role that you can make up. Like for me, I'm thinking I would be Joker's assistant, mini Joker. That'd be me. I'd same makeup and everything, and I'd be kind of going, yeah, whenever he's talking.
Yeah.
Like going like this, like putting your fist in your hand, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
just
writing
like
down-
him.
Yeah, you're writing down all of his appointments and where he needs to go when he's got to go to the doctor.
Mr. Joker, we have to be downtown to cut somebody's face off in 13 minutes. So we can hurry this
Right.
up.
I would love to be. So one of my favorite side characters, and also I just want to get this tidbit in there as well. The news reporter, the blonde guy. Because do you know who that is?
Wait, which one? What does he say?
He's the one who he's like when there's like the Wayne Enterprise employee who's like figures out who Batman is, and he goes on TV.
Him when he tries to bribe Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, but the broadcaster, the guy who's like the host of that Gotham Tonight show.
Okay,
he's like at the desk.
Oh, okay.
He later gets kidnapped by the Joker. They hang him upside down, and he films him, and he's like, ha 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 ha, like he's reading the Joker's ransom note about like the bridge and tunnel crowd. You have to know who this man is. It's so cool who he is.
I don't know why I'm.
Oh, Elizabeth, your frame froze, and I thought you were just doing this face for a long time.
You thought I was doing that.
I was like, you were so shocked about all this reporter stuff.
Well, I would love to play that reporter because that reporter, that's Anthony Michael Hall from The Breakfast Club. He's the nerd kid from The Breakfast Club, the blonde guy.
Yeah.
That's him grown up.
So funny.
His face went. He hardened. His face is a brick now.
I think I'd want to play Alfred's like hooker.
Huh?
Do you mean the ballet dancer?
No, I'm making up my own. Like hot...
Alfred's hooker.
Yeah.
So while Batman's having his late nights, Alfred is calling,
you
me.
Ladies of the evening over, and that's going to be you. That'll be an
he
added
falls
scene.
in love with me, and I'm like, you can't fall in love with me.
You.
I go, you can't fall in love with me, Alfred.
Come on, Alfred.
Come on, Alfred. You can't fall.
I'm nothing. I'm trash.
I'm just trash. But I keep coming back to him, and I think what we find out is I do really love him.
Oh,
I was going to ask if your hooker for Alfred would be tailor made for him, or if you would just be what you think a hooker is, and then because to me it seems like you've got like a feather boa and like a big beauty mark on your cheek.
Yeah, I'm tailor made for him. I was born in like 1942.
she had big breasts the size of a tangerine.
Yeah.
We're running out of time, so I'm so sorry. There's no easy way to say this. Hong Kong. That was really cool. We went to
There's
Hong
no
Kong.
easy way to say this. Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. That was a really cool scene, and they filmed it. This is the first movie they filmed with IMAX, with like IMAX cameras.
Oh.
And now everybody does
You
it.
can tell it looks great.
Yeah, when he's on that building and he just jumps off, he like glides into that office building with the financier of all the mob people.
Mm-hmm.
And Morgan Freeman. We haven't talked about Lucius Fox.
I mean, he's
Lucius
fantastic.
Fox.
Drop
And
him
we haven't
in any
talked about-
movie.
I mean, yeah, he's great. But we haven't talked about. I mean, are we wrapping this up, man? We have so much more to get to.
I mean, I got to do another one in like a half an
Shit.
hour. We got to be.
True,
we
true.
have 15
I
more
do have
minutes.
a
We haven't
little
talked about
diary
surveillance
entry.
theme,
That's funny.
torture. Batman kind of gets into torturing, where he
That's
starts
true.
doing surveillance that they're talking about how morally questionable it is. They talk about that in the movie, but they still use it. They're still
Just-
like, well, I guess we can
just
spy
like-
on everybody just once. Like,
that
right,
is
what?
that is really
They can
interesting.
just do it once.
Because
Like,
that was this movie came out in like July of 2008, and then in November 2008 Obama gets elected, and then that's when we have the whole NSA starts spying on us, which I always thought was
Well,
interesting, because that was like one of the big issues with Obama was that he was spying on us. Like he was actively listening in on our phone calls and turning on our webcams.
Obama.
Obama. But you know
Barack's
what?
been-
And everyone shits on him, but you know what? Didn't have a terrorist attack for 8 years.
Yeah,
You hear
Obama.
this rumor that he's with Jennifer Aniston? So I didn't really believe this either, but people are saying it, and I've only told a couple of people that I've heard this. But let me read this entry. This is in my diary, and I wrote on the day Heath Ledger died. I wrote an entry.
Oh my god! Oh no,
On
this is
January 22nd, 2008. Today is the day, this very day, when Heath Ledger passed away. Now, I'm not writing about him because I'm a crazy fan or pretend I know him really well. The reason I write this is because when I heard the news, this really scary feeling came over me. These actors and actresses play these fantasy roles where they can never die. Even when they really happen to, you see them come back alive in a new movie. The thought of these fantasy people dying scares me. I know celebrities are humans too, but they cannot deny the fact that they have the opportunity to transform into something new. For example, Harry Potter. He is this random guy in the sweet wizarding world, and when I read the book, you would think, holy crap, I wish I was Harry Potter. Well, as an actor, you can do just that. Now, I know this isn't the only time a famous person will pass away, and this won't be the only time I get upset. Maybe I wish I could have been there to stop him from this dirty deed. Sometimes you can't control everything. Elizabeth.
Amazing. Thank you, Elizabeth. Really loved how it sounds like you blamed the victim a little bit towards the end.
Me?
Yeah, the dirty deed.
Yeah, I wish I could have stopped him from doing the dirty deed of drugs.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Elizabeth, for sharing that beautiful diary entry.
I just remembered that I was like, I'm pretty sure I wrote a literal entry of the day he died, acting like I knew him, which is kind of upsetting, but it is part of history.
It's part of history. And what's also part of our history as a podcast is a little game we like to call Fuck, Marry, Kill. Hopefully it will be hitting too close to home for you, Elizabeth, because on the docket today for this The Dark Knight recording for this great movie, we have the Joker, played by Heath Ledger, Harvey Dent, played by Aaron Eckhart, and Rachel Dawes, played by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Wait, why would this affect me?
Because you just wrote about him, and now you have to decide if you want to kill him again, fuck him, or marry him.
Oh. Yeah.
Let me go first, so I guess I have time to process all that. I'm gonna kill Rachel. I'm gonna kill Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, dude, we're all gonna
Wow, that
kill
came
her.
quick.
Let's just
Like-
we're all gonna kill her.
Is it
Yes,
collective kill?
yes.
Yeah,
And
you were gonna kill her. I was
I-
gonna kill her too.
Okay.
What if
I
it was
vote-
Katie Holmes though?
Oh my God, Katie Holmes. I would have. I don't want to say marry because I feel like she should at this point in her life choose who her partner should be. So I would just fuck Katie Holmes. But Maggie Gyllenhaal. Yeah, can we all just agree same way? We're just gonna leave her on Avenue X. She can blow up with those barrels.
Sure.
Sorry.
Sorry. This is interesting because I find both these last two men ugly from the movie, but I guess
Are we
You know-
Harvey Dent pre or post Two-Face?
I'm gonna say post.
Wow.
So and for that I'm gonna do what I did to the Harvey Dent of Batman Forever when it was played by Tommy Lee Jones. I'm gonna fuck Two-Face, but again, the way I fuck Two-Face is I put the ugly side into the pillow and
I
I
see.
just kind of roll him onto his side. It works. And then I'm gonna marry the Joker. I didn't think I'd.
You're gonna marry him.
I'm gonna marry.
Jesus. It's the only option left, I guess, but you're
It's
in for
the
your
only
life.
one. I'm in it for life. You know what? We're gonna have a lot of hijinks. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm
That's
finally
true.
gonna learn how he got those scars. I hope he doesn't cut my face. But
He'll be joking around with you about that though a lot. You may never know how he got those
I
scars.
was like, "Are you joking, Joker?"
He'll like drop a glass or something. He'll
Joker.
be like, and actually, that's how I got these scars.
and
You're
I'll
like,
love
no,
every.
fucking tell me.
Fucking tell me.
Fuck
I'll
If
love
we're gonna
every
be
minute of it.
intimate, you need to tell me.
And it has to be real.
Be real with me, Joker. Be real. Come on.
Yeah, you guys will get in a lot of fights.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, I love how everyone is just telling me how my marriage is gonna be crumbling just because I chose to marry the Joker.
Just because
Well, I mean,
chose
You're
listen
not
to
invited to the
yourself.
wedding. You're
Listen
not
to
invited to the
yourself.
wedding. Well, I don't want to anymore. I want to listen to you guys. So let's do our most senior guest, Elizabeth Andrews, please.
Okay, I was a part of the campaign to kill Maggie, everybody, but I
from
have changed
2
my
minutes
mind.
ago.
Yeah. Changed my mind.
Okay, you can do.
I'm gonna marry her because I think she'd make a good wife.
You
And
need to
then
die too.
I'm gonna have sex with
Oh,
Joker, of course.
Oh,
It'd be so
freaky.
fun and so dirty and crazy.
How would you know if he's taking you seriously?
I don't care. We can have silly sex.
Do you need to
like-
be taken serious in the bedroom?
I
No.
do.
I
guess
do,
not
actually.
for Elizabeth. Yeah.
No, I want to.
I take it seriously. Sometimes when I'm with my partner and she starts to get a little jokey, I say, not now.
Stop. Not now.
Not right now. This is
I don't know.
This is business.
When I'm doing the deed, I mean, I'm laughing, and I think we'd be laughing together. We'd be like,
When I'm doing the deed, I'm
You're
laughing.
freaky.
I'd be laughing.
That's scary, Elizabeth.
And
Well,
then
the
thank
Joker's
you.
perfect for you.
I think he is. And I would kill Harvey Dent. He just is like, come on, man. Like, fucking hell. Like, you're a good guy. You're not a good guy. Your weird little coin thing you do. It's just
Mhm.
like,
Forgot about the coin. Yeah.
like, stop with your coin. And it's both heads. Okay. I make my own look. Shut up. Yeah.
Damn. Thank you, Elizabeth.
welcome.
Tim Lamphier.
Yes.
Who are your picks?
My picks, instinctually, I want to kind of break the format and say, let's just put Joker in all three categories. I want to have crazy sex with the man. I want to,
Mhm.
be married to this guy and see what that whole thing is like. Maybe get to a deeper level with him and kind of, maybe he can take down the veil a little bit and we can talk. And I also know that I need to kill him because he's so bad and all this.
Killed a lot of people. A lot of people died.
But aside from that, I guess I don't know. The options aren't great because Maggie Gyllenhaal needs to die. We all know this. Why do we hate her so much? I don't know. But sorry, Maggie.
Well, you
I
gotta
wish that
hate
Batman.
a woman, so
It's not that, and it's not that, and it's not
and
that.
it's the only
that's a-
woman
and that-
they hate.
The only woman in the movie, but
Yeah, it's not our fault that she's the only woman in the movie. And
Well,
she
don't
sucks.
forget
Her
about
fault.
the commissioner's wife. She slaps
Oh
him.
my god.
that's right. And the judge who explodes,
Who
as
looks
well.
up?
And
Two
then
women
the
explode in this movie,
there's the lady cop.
and there's the
Uh,
lady cop Ramirez, or what's her name?
Ramirez. Yeah, Ramirez.
Is that her
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah. So I guess whatever I said there. Oh yeah, she needs to die. And then Harvey Dent. Gosh, and you're saying post with the coin flip thing?
Yeah, it's Two-Face. He's a Two-Face.
I heard that teens, like young teens, were getting into becoming coin guys at school. And I can't help but think it's because of that guy, where they would kind of do the same thing. They'd be like, I don't know. I guess I'll have to leave it up to chance. And they're like flipping coins for a lot of stuff. And that is so fucking cringy. I think I got to kill him too. So it's 2
Right.
kills and a fuck. I think that's actually my final.
Yeah,
Final.
fuck all night,
I
Joker.
fucked the Joker. I killed Dent and Dent, who is referred to as the Gotham's White Knight in the movie, which
Because
we like because Dark Knight. They're both. He protects in the light. He protects in the dark. So cool! What a great movie! Fucking awesome.
It is a fantastic movie. Thank you both so much. We do have another podcast to record, so I have to end it there. But also, I like putting a cap on this movie because I feel like it's so good. We could literally spend another hour talking about this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, let's cancel your other recording and let's go.
No, I have to finish this.
Chaos.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go to my Chaos Queen. You got any plugs? Where can people find you online if they don't know
find
already?
me online at It's Your Manager, and you can find me walking around, having a good time, trying to live life correctly.
This
Whatever
bitch walks.
correctly means to you.
Thank you. And Tim Lamphier, same question. You walking?
I'm walking around. You can find me walking around. You can find me on, I think probably Instagram's the best way to kind of, if you're like, man, I really just want to be a fan of this guy. Follow me on Instagram, I guess. And I post little weird videos sometimes and promote comedy shows sometimes. And that's kind of and that's what you're getting when you follow me.
Yeah. So follow him now. You
IG.
never know when he's going to do it. So follow this man.
You never know.
Never know.
I posted a little video. This is an older one now, but I posted a little video where I'm a little Gollum guy outside in the rain. And
No
that's
way.
kind of
When'd you post that?
That was a little while ago. Yeah, but I'm like squatting in a puddle, kind of looking up at the rain, kind of like a weird Gollum guy.
didn't
That's the
see
kind of
this.
content you're gonna get. Totally Tim LOL on Instagram.
Totally, Tim.
You filmed that here?
Yeah. I had Megan walk outside and then you're gonna walk outside and she goes, "What are you doing?"
Amazing. You can follow this podcast on Instagram and TikTok at podcast616p3. That P3 stands for Press Play Podcast, our podcasting network that lets me talk about Batman all fall long. Batfall, baby. Producer Michael, I almost said producer Batman. Producer Michael, if you want to get on the mic real quick, what letter grade would you give this podcast?
Damn, you forgot my name. Legendary movie, legendary episode, A++.
Yes.
Yeah, go Michael.
You see, Elizabeth, Michael, he's so much nicer when you're not talking about the Fantastic Four. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, producer Michael. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Christopher Nolan. The Dark Knight, top 10 movie for me and I think the world. Happy Sweet 16 to The Dark Knight. And everybody listening, please remember that with great power comes even greater responsibility.